First of all, I don't want to spend any more money on makeup than I already have. I don't want to spend money on the makeup products that end up not getting used. And I want to be happy with the small collection that I have that I'm actually using. So this is going to be a short makeup declutter of my small collection. And this is coming from a makeup junkie, believe me. I always went to the drugstore and I always had to come out with one lipstick. For the longest time, this was one of the things that I was proud of because I was like some kind of collectioner. This is not what we want. Most of my lipsticks were just expired or I didn't end up using them and I had to throw them out. I'm not saying do not buy lipsticks. I'm just saying you don't need 20 or 30 of them. They just don't get into the rotation soon enough. Another thing that I noticed I bought a lot of and didn't end up using them are eyeshadow palettes. If you're a person using makeup, you know how long it takes to actually use up and pan the palette. It takes a while. So I'm going to do something a bit more different. I'm not going to get rid of all of the items that I'm decluttering. What I'm going to do with them, you're going to see at the end of the video. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Petra. I'm really happy to have you here. On this channel, we talk about all things minimalistic, mindset-wise, not aesthetic-wise, more mindful spending habits, how to be happy with what you already have. Complexion product. So I have one moisturizer, which is SPF 15, and it can be used as some kind of liquid, really sheen highlighter. I do put it sometimes on my shoulders as well, so I will keep this. Next up, we have one BB cream. It also contains SPF 15. I simply cannot be bothered with foundation. Everything is drugstore here. There is no high-end product, because I am not willing to spend that much money on makeup. And I think that you can find really nice drugstore makeup, which is really affordable, but it does its job. Next up, I have this little palette of concealers. This is for redness, this is for dullness, and these are two different shades of concealer. Honestly, I use only this one because it's my shade. This is way too dark for me, even during summer. It's still new, I won't get rid of it just yet. I always have to have a concealer, so this is a concealer from NYX that I use. It's like a serum and it's really nice, lightweight. The only thing that I don't like is the applicator. This is a good concealer, definitely top 5 that I ever tried. Game changer for me was the primer, so I will keep using primer. This is the second one that I use ever. Everybody knows Essence. This is one of the cheapest brands there is, but I find it does its job. And finally, I have this setting spray from NYX. I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. It was nice to try it out. I won't be decluttering any of this because I use everything. Let's move on to the brow product. I have only 2 brow products. The first one is also from NYX. This is a brow tint pen in the shade Blonde. And since this is a bit too warm for me, I bought this eyebrow pencil from Essence again. It's really thin, it's really precise, and it's a bit more dark. So I combine the two. I get the perfect shade for my eyebrows. I can achieve this only with one eyebrow mascara, and that's why when I use this up, I won't repurchase any of these 2 items. I will just buy myself a mascara and that's it. So here I have a bit more stuff. Nude eye pencil and brown eye pencil. I use almost daily. These are the 2 that I'm not going to get decluttered. Unfortunately, I wasn't smart, so I bought also a beige one because I thought I was going to use this up sooner than I obviously am. This will last me another year or so for sure. You guys don't buy replacements if you still haven't used until the end, because it's going to sit on the side and maybe even get expired. One eye pencil that I'm not keeping is this from Catrice, and I've had it for a really long time. So yay, the first item I'm going to declutter because it's too old. These 3 thought I needed more color, not really flattering on my eye color, so I don't use them. So the only reason I'm going to keep them is because I'm going to try to use them up. Another item that I'm going to declutter is this Essence eyeliner. It's crusty, as you can see. It's way too old. It's liquid. We all know that liquid products don't last as long as the regular ones. I only have one mascara at a time, and this is a makeup product that I use up most often. This one is already almost at the end, but I still won't declutter it since I don't have a replacement yet. When I buy a replacement, I'm just going to throw it out. And another product, this is from a local brand. This is liquid eyeshadow plus eyeliner in this beautiful, beautiful copper color. I really like how this looks on my eyes. However, what I don't like, even with primer on, it just gets in my creases, so I won't be repurchasing this. However, since I bought it at the beginning of summer, it's still not expired, and I didn't give it any chance during winter. So maybe in winter months, it won't get as creased as in the summer months when I get all sweaty. So I'm going to try this out during winter, and I'm going to see what I want to do with it. These are the palettes that I have. I believe it's too much. One nude and one colorful is all you need. This is a mono shadow that I put here so that I can have a bit more versatility out of this palette. This actually is a highlighter palette with one bronzer. I didn't even scratch the surface of these highlighters because even though I use them, I use such a small amount that I cannot possibly use this up until the end. They're a bit ruined here because in one of my previous videos, you saw that I used them to create my own sparkling mist. This is the only bronzer that I have, and I also sometimes use it as an eyeshadow. This palette is not going away anytime soon. I'm still going to use it. It's perfect for traveling as well. Next up, we have another Essence palette. We reached the pan on 2 eyeshadows, almost on 3. I have a challenge with myself, pan that palette in February 2023. It really made a difference, and I created such a beautiful looks. So yeah, I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to try to use it up as much as possible during this year. Next up, we have this mini eyeshadow palette from Catrice. It's in neutral tones, a bit cooler tones, and grayish colors. I realized that I don't have this set of colors, and I didn't want to buy another palette that's going to be as big as this one, for example, because I knew I wouldn't use them up. So I bought the small one just to have a bit more versatility when it comes to the eye look. I bought this exclusively for the colors that it has, and I have a lot of fun with it. And this is also a nice palette because I also have neutral, so this is going to stay with me. And finally, I have this palette from The Balm. Bought it on sale. I'm not proud of myself for buying this. It already had something similar. So when you look at this palette here, it basically has all the same colors. I really didn't need this. Next up, we have one product which is from the same brand as the eyeshadow that I previously showed you. This is Lips&Cheeks. So this can be used as a bronzer, as it's a bit warm to be used as contouring shade, and I don't do contour, so I don't use it for that, but it can also be used as eyeshadow and as a lipstick. This is quite versatile. I love it. However, it tends to get a bit dry. This is also a nice thing to have for travels. Lipsticks are something that I have most of. I always have one gloss. Even though I don't use gloss that often, sometimes it's nice just to put this on and be done with it. From the same brand, Maybelline, I use the new ones, so Vinyl Ink. These are nice. I love both of these shades. I wear them a lot. They're a bit shiny, but this also works for me. One other Maybelline product, crayon, reddish, dark reddish fuchsia color. So one thing I'm going to declutter is this lipstick. It has this shine, and I don't like that in red lipstick. Another red lipstick that I got as a present is this one. It's a nice color. I think this is the kind of red that suits everyone. So if I'm going to keep a red, it's going to be this one. So for someone who doesn't wear red lipstick that often anymore, I really do have a lot of red lipsticks. However, I'm going to keep this because it's a nice everyday kind of red. This is something that I'm going to declutter. I can only wear it if I put it as a topper on another lipstick. Essence Bullet lipstick. The packaging is really not that high quality. I mean, it's a drugstore and this is cheap plastic. So, of course, something like this is going to happen. I bought this sometime around, I think, 2020. I literally went to the drugstore, I saw a new collection and I bought 4 shades. Reminder to self, do not buy almost every shade from a collection. They're quite versatile. I can also use them as eyeshadows and I can use them as blushes. And that's why I'm keeping them and I want to use them up. This one I used up pretty well February this year, the same as I did with the eyeshadow palette. I had a challenge of using only this lipstick for 30 days. And I also use it as blush, so this really helps. This is a tip for you if you don't know what to do with your lipsticks, and they're bullet lipsticks that are quite versatile and can be used as blushes. Use them as blushes. It's really nice, honestly. I didn't appreciate it enough because I always bought something else that I would use more. When I started this challenge, I realized how well it suits me and how nice it is. This is another shade that I use quite a lot. It's a bit more dark, reddish nude. I would say I adore this color and I'm for sure going to keep this lipstick. Another one is this kind of nude but really cool toned shade. Doesn't suit me that much. I do use it. I like to combine it with a bit darker lip liner, and also sometimes I put the gloss, so it does look nice. And this is a bit too dark for me, and this is shade that I don't reach out for because it's simply not my shade. I'm going to keep it because I still can get some use of it, and it tends to look nice if I use the right lip liner with it. The last one, I'm going to Declutter. This is NYX lingerie. It's really matte, almost crusty. I don't like how it wears out. Finally, we have some lip pencils. Very quickly, I'm going to get rid of this because it's way too dark. I don't have such a dark lipstick anymore. I don't use it. I've had it for years. It's way too old. It's getting decluttered. I'm decluttering this shade. As you can see, I haven't used it one bit. Why? Because it's way too light. So this one was way too dark. This one is way too light. I simply don't use it. I'm going to declutter it. This one, I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to keep it simply because this is the only shade like this that I have. The only red lip liner that I have. I've had it for years. It's still not expired. This is the old collection of Essence. It's really nice, creamy. It goes on perfectly. I really regret that I don't have this collection anymore. I'm going to keep this. This is a nice mauve color that I use for lipsticks that have a bit more cooler, neutral undertone. So I'm going to keep this. Newest edition, NYX Nude Beige. I was influenced by Alexandra Anelli. I watch her YouTube videos when it comes to makeup and beauty. She uses this a lot. It's not really my shade, but it goes well with a lot of lipsticks that I have. So I'm going to keep it. This one I use with most of my Essence lipsticks. As you can see, it's the one I used up a lot. This one I use on its own because I don't have a lipstick that goes well with it, but I'm going to keep it because I do use it. And this is the rose one that I'm not going to keep because I don't use it on its own, and I don't have this kind of light lipstick color anymore. These are getting decluttered, and the rest I'm keeping. So, final count. I have one primer, one BB cream, one Lips&Cheeks product that can be used on the entire face. I have one creamy eyeliner and eyeshadow all in one. I have two concealers, that little concealer palette, and one concealer for the under eyes. I have one setting spray, one mascara. I have 4 highlighters, so this is including the ones from the palette and the one in the tube. I have 4 eyeshadow palettes, out of which 2 are pretty similar. I have 2 brow products. I have 7 eye pencils. I have 6 lip pencils. I do use them quite a lot. And this is actually one tip for you and one game changer when it comes to lipsticks. It looks so much better if you put lip liner beforehand. And I have 10 lipsticks. I am a lipstick kind of gal. From a person who had 30 lipsticks, this is pretty darn good. These are the 3 lipsticks that I kept. And in the next 30 days, I'm going to try to use only these lipsticks. Crazy. If by the end of the 30 days period, I simply realized that this is not something I want to keep on using, I'm going to declutter them. I don't want to just throw it out without giving them a chance. This one I don't particularly like because it's really crusty matte lips. It's going to work for me if I really moisturize lips beforehand or put some gloss over it. This is a glossy red lipstick. I don't like that because it goes into my crease. It looks nasty by the end of the day. I am going to give it the opportunity, even though I already know I probably am going to declutter this. And this one, as I said, really disappointed. I wanted to have something purple in my collection. This is not that kind of purple that I wanted. It's really moussey and it goes on really patchy. If I see that it just doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm going to update you on the progress. I'm going to upload a short with all the looks that I had with these lipsticks and also with final solution for each of them. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this, I would really appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up. If you're a person who uses makeup, don't hesitate to share some tips that you find useful when it comes to using all the makeup that you have. Thank you so much and bye.